absolutely adored, great words there. I definitely just love the sentient forest so much.
Hello team, my name is Monique. Welcome back to the Cauldron and this vacation vlog. In case you didn't know, this is Bookwitchreviews, my channel, and I'm going on vacation later / very early tomorrow morning for the first time in literal years. I'm going to Mallorca and it's exciting. Why? Because it is. And I'm gonna take you guys along, or at least try, I think. So I'm gonna show you guys what books I am bringing, and then we can discuss whether or not they will actually...
Hello team, it is Thursday the 2nd and I didn't actually go on holiday, which was a bit of a nightmare, which is why I haven't really updated, but we did go to my girlfriend's parents' house instead, so here I have some nice chill footage.
And probably taking a good look at what is going on inside your car right now, it's time for you to meet our ostriches.
Is shit. I didn't go on holiday, and that's just how it is. So we are back home. I still have 3 days off, which is very exciting. The only good thing about the stress of trying to get to the airport twice and being stuck in the airport and then not getting on a plane for the second time that day was that the fact that those 24 hours felt more like 4 days. So at least it feels like I've had a long time off, even though I've literally done nothing, and I would have been at least 20% more tanned right now if I'd been on holiday. But EasyJet is apparently just cancelling flights up and down the seaboard, and all of them today apparently, so I would have been a bit worried about actually coming back into the UK. So at least it's somewhat sunny. I'm just going to continue this vlog until maybe Sunday. We'll see how much I actually have to update, but I obviously didn't do as much reading as I had planned because I didn't lie by the pool for several days, but I did read some books. Let me show you. So I finished The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker, which was very hard to get into to begin with because it has a lot of world building initially, not in like an infodumpy way, but in there's a lot of specific terms and it's very nautical. It's all set on sea. However, I loved this. This was so good. I ended up giving it 5 stars. I immediately want to pick up the rest of the series, which I actually have, and I will be reading it this year. That's the plan anyway. Probably not in June. We'll see. It's Pride Month, and though there is queerness in here, I think everyone is a little bit queer. That counts, right? If I want to read it, I will read it. But anyway, I don't remember if I actually told you what The Bone Ships is about. In this book, we are following Joran, who has been sentenced to a life on the Black Ship, which in this world is for people who have done crimes. And in this world, we are living in the 100 Isles, where they are constantly fighting with the God Isles, and they are fighting on these ships made from dragons. And so Joran has basically killed a man. He ends up being captain of the ship without really knowing how. He's quite young. And then one day, Lucky Meads, who is like this absolute badass, just saunters in, takes his ship and does stuff. And it's really weirdly wonderful. And I'm super excited about finding out what happens and who exactly Joran is. And I'm just like, this was really good. And everything Justine said about it was absolutely true. It was amazing. And we should all read it because this is adult fantasy at like super high level. It has some really weird creatures as well. And I'm just like, perfection. Then I sort of started this before the EasyJet debacle the other week and finished it over the weekend. This is Ask Baba Yaga by Taisia Katsiaka, which is basically an advice column answered from Baba Yaga's perspective. It's super cute. It's definitely something that I might like return to. It's just light and funny, and Baba Yaga is just this mythical figure in Russian folklore, and she's just wonderful, and I really enjoyed it. We hadn't quite picked up our like luggage from the car, so I started reading Stealing Thunder by Alina Boyden, who is a trans activist and a trans woman, and I've been super excited about this one. It follows sort of a young prince who leaves her life behind to live as a woman, and there's this other prince, and it's just like, I've been super excited about it. I read 100 pages yesterday, and it's just not for me. It's just, the writing feels very repetitive, and it feels almost sort of childish in a way, not because the subjects of the themes of the book are childish, but because it keeps being repeated, and you're sort of like exceptional. It's like someone's holding your hand and like walking you through it all, which would be great if you weren't being walked through the same bit over and over and over again. And I read 100 pages, and I really wanted to love this, which is why I read 100 pages, but it's literally like 329 pages, and I probably could read it, but I don't want to, and I'm really sad about it, because obviously I want to read trans fantasy, because fantasy is what I love, and I love supporting trans authors, but this was not for me. And there is some very interesting world building going on. It's just, I feel like it could have been edited more, or well, I don't know, it might just not be for me. But yeah, this was, no, I stopped. And then I very quickly read last night The Imagination Chamber, Cosmic Rays from Lyra's Universe by Philip Pullman. And this is sort of a collection of super short little bits and bobs, almost like snapshots of Lyra's universe from his Dark Materials. And it's just a series that I adore, and this was just wonderful. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It says it's 85 pages, but it's only every other page, and there's just not a lot, which is fine, because I read it super quickly and I really enjoyed it, and I desperately want a reread of the whole series. So there is that. And yeah, now I am sort of reading Silkfire by, I can't remember the author's name, which is an arc that I have. It comes out in July. I have heard mixed things about this one, so I'm reading it to see whether or not I actually want to read it, or if I just want to DNF it. But I have an NetGalley arc, and yeah, I heard an amazing thing beforehand, and now a lot of people have read it, and I've just heard that it's just a little bit messy, but it's an adult, super queer fantasy. I believe we are following a courtesan in like a courtesan, a sex worker, an escort. We're following an escort who I believe is the bastard son of like this nobleman, and this world, you give over your life energy. I've only read like I don't know, like 5% or something, but we'll see whether or not I will continue with that. But today I also picked up a pre-order that I have been waiting anxiously for, and this is Witchlings by Claribel A. Ortega, which is a super cute middle grade following 3 young girls, but especially Seven Salazar, who is a young witchling who on the night of their 12th birthday is really excited about joining a coven, and is hoping to join a coven with her best friend Penny. However, she ends up being a spare with 2 other girls, like a new girl and a girl she absolutely detests, and then she invokes this ritual of the impossible task, because if they don't bind together as spares or as a coven, they never get to leave witchlings behind, and they never really get to do magic. And I've been following Claribel online, and they're absolutely wonderful. I really want to read Ghost Squad, which was their debut as well, but this just sounds super wonderful, and a really lovely alternative to the other witchy things by the turfy author, because this is by a queer author of color, and it's meant to be wonderful. I've read about 20 pages already, and it just sounds super cute and really great, so I'm super excited about reading this one. And that is the first day very long update. You all are welcome. We'll see how long this vlog continues. My other vlog isn't even up yet, and it's been like a week and a half. That's just life. Hello team, it is Sunday the 5th of June, and I thought I would give you guys an update. I officially DNF'd Silkfire by Sabe Elo, which comes out in August, I think. Yesterday I read about 10% and I had read some reviews where I was just kind of like, not sure about this. Quite a lot of people were mentioning the sort of obvious Orientalism, and also the fact that it's a very heavily, how would you say this, a very heavily adult fantasy world, but it's sort of modern, but there's like dragons and concubines and all these sorts of things, and the main character is something about an essence that you get from people, but you can also take it during sex, and it all seemed a bit much to me. And though I was intrigued, I was just kind of like, I'm not sure. So that's my second DNF for June, so delightful. But I did also finish Witchlings by Claribel A. Ortega yesterday, and though it wasn't quite the 5-star that I had hoped for, I did definitely love it. It is a solid 4-star for me, and it's definitely one that I will be recommending to people reading middle grade. I thought that it read as a very youthful middle grade, so it can read to a quite young audience, I think. And obviously I adored all of the characters, and I love the very openly queer world that we also are in. There was much less sort of a magic school, and I had sort of hoped to know some more about the different covens, but overall this was just really sweet. I did think that the ending was a little bit rushed and seemed very just sort of like, oh, here we go, which seems to be a problem for me lately, that I'm really enjoying books and then the ending just sort of ruined the vibe for me. But this was not ruined. This was still wonderful. I definitely am excited to continue reading this series, and I'm hoping to make this another new favorite. And even Nevermore, which I absolutely adore now, it took it a book and a half at least for it to proper grow on me. And Seven and Fawn and Valley, I'm super excited to figure out what comes for next for them. So yeah, I finished this one, and I obviously need to pick a new book, and I should pick something on my TBR, and I'm debating, but I might also just start For the Throne by Hannah Whitten, which showed up yesterday a little bit early. I believe it comes out early next week, or is it today? When are you coming out? I can't remember, but this is the sequel to For the Wolf, which is a sort of Red Riding Hood, Beauty and the Beast retelling, creepy forest, romance, fantasy. Definitely, absolutely adored. Great words there. I definitely enjoyed, what am I trying to say? I definitely enjoyed the first book so much, and I'm super excited about this one because the sort of teasers that the author has been putting on Instagram, just perfection. The writing in here is just so atmospheric, so I'm super excited about this one, and I absolutely love the covers for both of these. So, oh god, I'm just hurting myself. I'm doing really well. And now I can either go watch TV, which there's a chance that I will, or I can start packing my books. We still haven't quite gotten a date for moving, which is stressful. But at the same time, I'm also kind of like, well, I will need to start packing at one point. And though I think packing can happen quite fast for me, it would be good for me to you know, actually to do the packing thing. So yeah, so I might do that, and you might see that. Otherwise, I may check in with you guys tomorrow, and then we'll see how long this vlog is, and then I might finish it. Will I return for vlogs? Maybe for when I move. That would be interesting. But anyway, I hope you're having a great day. I'll see you soon. And I'll check in when I've picked a book to read. Yeah. Hello, vlog. It is Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yes, it is. It's Thursday, the 9th of June. Life is continuously very stressful, but let's give you a reading update, shall we? And then I might finish this vlog. I need to edit, and then we'll see. We'll see. So I did technically start, you can see I started tapping it, For the Throne by Hannah Whitten, which actually comes out today. I just got my pre-order early, and then I was like, I don't remember the first book well enough. So I read this pretty much exactly a year ago. This is the first book in the duology. This is For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten. Look at how beautiful they are next to each other. You can also get them facing each other. I like them being like back to back. And basically I'm rereading this and tapping it at the same time because this book is just so incredibly atmospheric and just like creepy, and just from what I remember, I really loved it. Pretty sure I gave it 4.5 stars last time, but I think this reread might actually be a 5. This is a classic sort of a new adult like fantasy romance it's fantasy romance. Like, I feel like that romance bit really desperately needs to be put on the back. And then it also has a creepy forest. And we are following Red, who is the second daughter in a very small kingdom that basically runs up to a magical forest that is called the Wilderwood. And that forest is many things. But the small kingdom, the only way that they are holding power is because of an ancient sort of ritual / agreement that says that the first daughter is for the throne and the second daughter is for the wolf. And so Red is basically sacrificed to this forest. And just, I'm really enjoying my reread. I'm super excited about reading For the Throne right afterwards. So I'm hoping that I can get around to doing that this weekend. So it is now Friday the 10th and I am going to finish this vlog right now. I finished my reread of For the Wolf earlier today in my lunch break, and I will immediately be picking up For the Throne. This was just as good as I remembered. It's still a 4-star because, I don't know, there's just something missing at the end, but the writing and the characters, and it's just very classic, like fantasy romance, but I just love the sentient forest so much. I can't help myself. I tapped it. I'm gonna tap the second one. I am super excited about reading this one already, and I'm super excited about anything that Hannah Witten is going to be writing, because it just grabs me by the, you know, like the chest, and then you're just ready. So that is the vlog. I don't know how long it's going to be. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button at the same time so you don't miss out on any other videos from me. You can also click the little bell to give you a notification when I put up a new video, which I do sometimes. Well, than that, thanks for being with me today. Remember that I'm proud of you. I'll see you soon. Bye.